Hi everyone, welcome to the UTD Guna and the 3AD show with Amma, Abik, Dylan, and myself. Unfortunately, Abik couldn't be here today, so it's just me, Amma, and Dylan. Hi guys, how are you?
Not bad, you?
All good. Yes, Amma, how are you?
Yeah, well, good man. Back of a amazing win in the Community Shield. Picked up the first trophy of the season. Darwin Nunes, they all made compilations, all made fun. Yeah, first goal for us. In a big game, in a major trophy. And yeah, overall very happy, man. Nunes won, Haaland nil. Don't forget that, and you'll see during the season how good Nunes is. But yeah, man, I'm happy.
Okay, so let's talk about our business, Dylan. We'll leave talking about Liverpool and their business a bit later. Let's talk about our business. So we've done really well in pre-season. We've been looking on fire. Got our transfer business done early as well. It's a big thing with us. We normally leave it till quite late, but we've got the signings in early, got them integrated into the team. We've been playing really well. We were there watching the game together on Saturday against Sevilla. Looked so good. Just before that as well, we'd beaten Chelsea 4-0 in the last game in the USA Tour. We had a prime closed door friendly that we lost 2-1 to Brentford, but that's why in closed doors. It was our second team anyway. So let's not talk about that. But apart from that, we've been winning all our games in pre-season, looking really good, playing really nice, fluid attacking football, scoring goals for fun. Gabrieljesus can't stop scoring. Looking really positive for us. We can say that we do look really ready for that first game of the season, whereas last year we know we didn't. So yeah, what's your thoughts on pre-season and the transfer window so far?
Well, I feel like transfer window business has been good. I feel like I got the signings like early, which is nice. We normally leave it late, so it's nice to see a little change from Arsenal, and the chemistry is there. I mean, throughout all the games, you've seen that we've been scoring goals, and it looks fluid. It looks solid. It doesn't look like we're getting goals luckily, little tap-ins, just like that. It's been solid goals, good football, and that's good to see. Jesus, if he continues how he's doing now, I'm telling you now, top four, easily achievable. Easily achievable. And yeah, man, excited for the season. Very excited.
Okay, how many goals do you think Jesus can get next season?
Between 15 and 20, easily.
What, Premier League goals or overall?
Premier League.
Premier League goals.
I think he can get 15. I think get 15.
Yeah, 15,
he's gonna be summer. I think he's gonna be summer signing of the season. He's looking really good, man. And obviously, I did make the point before about Arsenal have less service than City, but then at the same time, at City, he's not the main man. He'll be the main man up front now, so everything will go through him, to an extent. So everyone will look for him up front for crosses, for balls in behind. As for City, there's so many quality players and he was played right wing for City most of the time, so it's very different. But I think he'll probably get 12 to 15 Premier League goals.
Okay, I'm going for 20 plus. I really think he's going to bang in with goals. We look so fluid with M3 up front. The fab three for us, Martinelli, Saka, and Jesus. The pace, the way they're closing down the opponents as well, we've seen like a lot of energy. And yeah, I'm really optimistic for how they can go next season. So let's talk now a little bit about Liverpool and your pre-season and your transfer window so far. Tell us your thoughts.
Well, pre-season, I think was good and bad. I mean, the first game against Man United, we lost 4-0, big defeat. But if you watch the game, I wasn't able to watch the game myself, but if you watch the game, if you watch the highlights, and I spoke to a lot of people that we actually were unlucky. We missed quite a few chances, and yeah, we just probably weren't ready for the game in general. We were unlucky with chances, and that's the most happy Man United fans can be for the whole season. So they can enjoy that. They can laminate a certificate with the 4-0 result. And then Leipzig, Nunes, 4 goals. They weren't great goals, but there were 4 goals. So that was nice. Then we lost to Salzburg. Again, Salzburg, remember in Austria, they already started their leagues. They've already played one cup game, one league game. So you can see their levels were very much more intense than our levels. And then the game, last Saturday, absolutely amazing. Psychological edge we have over the the citizens, as they call themselves. And I'm serious. I really hope, I'm so glad Zinchenko and Jesus have gone to you guys. Let's hope somehow Barcelona find another 100 mil to buy Bernardo Silva. We can only hope. It's absolutely amazing. Guardiola, got a staunch, tough lesson in the first, trophy to play for this season. It's not a big trophy, but it's a trophy. And it's not about that, like Nabik said before, it's not about winning this trophy as such, but it's actually about the psychological edge over this team. Now, we're beating them twice in a row. Now, we beat them in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, where we absolutely battered them 3-0 in the first half. And now we have this win. And I think it was a convincing win. If you watch the game, I think we deserve to win the game. So overall, I'm happy with the preseason. And with the transfers, Nunes, again, it was a 50-50. You don't know how he's going to go, but he seems like he's adjusting well with all the players, with Klopp. It takes time. You guys have to remember that he's coming to England for the first time. You have to get used to the culture, used to the style of play, used to our style of play. But I think it will work, especially in the air, because Trent and Robertson, we know they can cross the ball really well. And Nunes is a tall, strong guy, so I'm sure he's going to score a lot of headers this season. Fabio Carvalho, the little man, he's a very, very good player. And what I've seen of him, bits and pieces in pre-season, I didn't know him before pre-season, I'll be honest. I didn't see that much of him. Only the compilation YouTube videos, which makes anyone look like, prime Ronaldinho. But he's been doing really well. So yeah, overall, I'm happy. Good squad, solid squad, and I actually think after that result, I think we can win the league now. I think Man City they're not looking the same as they were before. It takes time, and City always start slowly in August. But come on, you Irons. Hopefully they get a win over them. On Sunday after we just beat Fulham. So yeah, overall, I'm very happy, man. I'm really excited. I think it's the most exciting season I've actually witnessed myself. So overall, very, very excited, and I want to go for this league so badly. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I think when it comes to head-to-head games between Man City and Liverpool, Klopp seems to have a tactical edge on Guardiola. He hasn't quite figured out how to deal with Liverpool and their style of play. Because in general, you'd say Liverpool's record in recent times has been very good in the head-to-head games. But when it comes to the league, they can afford to not play so well against you guys, maybe drop some points to you, but they're so consistent overall, getting to like close to 100 points. They've been doing it so regularly. So you'd still say that they're big favourites to win the Premier League. So before we talk about this weekend's games, I want to go into some predictions for next season as an overall. So I'm going to start with you, Dylan. What's your predicted top four?
I want to say City win the league again, Liverpool second, Tottenham third, Arsenal fourth. Yeah, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but the reason why it's just like Tottenham also had a good pre-season. They've also made good signings, so it'll be very tough if we make third, but we can make it. It's doable, but it's just I see Tottenham, and I hate to say it, but they look strong as well, man. They look bloody strong. But yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, it's painful. They do look strong. They've bought well in the summer. We know they got a good manager. Your top four?
So my top four before the Community Shield, I would have just probably have been City, Liverpool, Spurs, then Arsenal. But I'm actually going to swap it now, and I might be just nostalgia. It might just be being a red, but I think we're going to win the league. I think City going to finish second. And I think they're going to finish I think maybe 6-7 points behind us. I think Spurs are going to be third, and I think Spurs are going to be near Man City because Spurs are looking really strong this season, and I think Arsenal are going to finish fourth. I don't see Chelsea and Man United getting that fourth spot. Again, Chelsea made some good signings, and Chelsea's still looking to buy players. Like there was linked today with De Jong. They're trying to get Cucurella from Brighton, trying to hijack the Man City deal. If they get these deals done, they'll look serious next season. And Man United, yeah, let's send the better, eh? Can't get De Jong done after 3 months. But again, United did get some few signings in. Maybe they could do something, but not top four. And you got Ronaldo whinging and leaving at half time. So yeah, I don't want to say no more. They're going to think I'm bashing United too much, so I keep quiet.
Okay, for me, I think City are going to win the league. I think, like I say, overall, they're just that bit more consistent than Liverpool are. So for me, they'll win the league. It'll be close, though. Liverpool second. For me, we're going to finish third. I'm obviously biased, but I just think we're looking so good. The squad is deeper than it's been for a long time. We've got many options in many positions now, and I still expect us to add 1 or 2 players in. I think Arteta's got us playing the way he wants us to play now. And, he talked about it, Edu talked about it. It's not just about the style of play, but it's about the characters in the team, that winning mentality. I'm really confident that we're going to step it up this season and get third. Fourth, I'm going for Chelsea. I know Tottenham are looking strong and they've invested well, got a good manager, but I still think Chelsea are being a bit overlooked. I know they've had a few issues in recent times, but you got to remember, they is still a very strong team. Not too long ago, they were European champions. We're talking only the season before last. Still got their very good manager there. I think they will finish fourth. And now let's go to relegation, guys. So Dylan.
Fulham, Nottingham Forest, and potentially Everton. Potentially Everton might go down this season. And the reason I say that is because if you look at last season, they weren't doing great. Let's be honest now, they weren't doing great at all. Even this season, I can't remember if they made any signings or not. I haven't really been paying attention to Everton, I'll be honest with you. But I feel like if they do go down, and they potentially will, it will be embarrassing for them. But yeah, that's Everton, I'll say. Top 3.
Okay. Amma?
Yeah, for me, I think Fulham, Nottingham Forest, and Bournemouth are going to go down. I'll be honest with you guys, and completely honest. I don't know a lot about these teams. I don't know a lot about the lower half of the league. We're fighting for the title, so we don't look too far down. But yeah, I think the 3 teams that have come up are probably going to go down. But who knows? It will be interesting to see who at the end of the season the battle. It would be funny for Everton to go down. Would be interesting.
I can't lie, I completely forgot about Bournemouth. So I completely forgot about Bournemouth. So I might change it to Bournemouth instead of Everton.
Yeah, I mean, there's not in a disrespectful way. With all due respect, there's about 5-6 teams that are really pushing their luck to even win the Premier League. I think sometimes. So it could be any of them. Maybe add United in there. No. Let's stop that.
We can only hope.
That would be one of the funniest days of my life. But yeah, no. So yeah, I think the 3 promoted teams will go back down. I'm not sure. This is just a punt. See what happens. Yeah, it's exciting. See who goes down.
Okay, yeah, I think the 3 promoted teams will struggle, but maybe Everton could be down there. I don't know. Frank Lampard as a manager hasn't got that much experience in dealing with this sort of situation. He managed to get Everton out of it last year, but just about. So, they could struggle. There's the likes of Leeds as well. They've lost Rafinha. They were looking pretty poor at times last season as well and looking like they could go down. So, yeah, I'd say the 3 promoted teams and Leeds and Everton will probably be the 5 that are fighting it out. And if I have to pick 3, I'll go for, same as I'm, for 3 promoted teams all to go down. I don't think that's happened. From what I remember, 3 promoted teams coming up.
Not that I can remember.
This could be the first time for that to happen. All right, so let's get on to the domestic cups now. Carabao Cup.
I'm gonna say something like a Chelsea. I reckon I can see them winning it, like a Carabao Cup or like a trophy this season. I think Carabao might suit Chelsea a chance of winning it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know why, but yeah, I can see Chelsea winning a cup like that.
Okay.
I think Tottenham are going to win the Carabao Cup. I think Conte does need to bring them a trophy since 2008 now, and I think he'll take the Carabao Cup really seriously. And we're not going to take it seriously. Man City won't take that seriously, so they've got a chance. They've got a good chance to get to the final and win the Carabao Cup. So for me, I think Spurs are going to win it.
Okay, I think Man City. You say they don't take it seriously, but before you guys won it last year, Man City had won it like 3 years in a row. And with the squad they have, even when Pep rotates, it's still a very strong team. I mean, when it gets to the more serious business end, like the semi-finals and final, he does play out a strong team. So I think they're the most likely team to win it. So I'm going for them. On to the next FA Cup.
Remember one thing, Ahmed, just to say that Man City have to really focus on the on the Champions League as well. So maybe sometimes in a season you think, oh, maybe we sacrifice some trophies. You declare a really weak team because on the weekend you might have, or a week later you might have a strong team in the Champions League group stages. Remember, Man City need to win the Champions League. If they don't, it's a failure. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, go on, you go on, Dills.
Yeah, FA Cup.
Arsenal. I'm just gonna say that it's like I think it's been 2 years now since we last won FA Cup, or 3 years, I want to say. So it's our cup, FA Cup, so we're gonna win it. Simple as that. And we're gonna win a trophy this season. I can guarantee that. I don't know what trophy's gonna be, but either way, we're gonna win one trophy this season.
You win the Europa Conference League.
Or
yeah, but you get dropped down from Europa League. You get dropped down, and then you win that.
What happened to you in Champions League last season, mate?
When's the last time you've been in Champions League? You know the last goal scorer for Arsenal in the Champions League was Olivier Giroud. Yeah. That's but
FA Cup.
Liverpool. I think something is there where we play Man City in the final, we beat them in the final of the FA Cup. I mean, I want nothing more, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe Man United or Man City, I'd be happy to beat you, but Man City in the FA Cup final, I'd love to beat them. And yeah, I think we're going to win it again.
Sorry, real quick. Albert, do you reckon you're going to win treble this year, or quadruple? Do you reckon you could do it this year?
Nah, I doubt it, because I think we're going to be... We could do, but it's just really unlikely, because even last season, you have to remember, we were 2 penalty takes away from losing 2 trophies. So penalties is a lottery. Obviously, there is a lot more to penalties, tactical and psychological and things like that. But, we seem to win a lot of penalties. We know shootouts, but that's tough. We have to make sure we win the game in a given time. And yeah, our squad is looking good, but yeah, no, I don't think so. My prediction is we're going to win the double, the FA Cup and Premier League, which is still a really good achievement. So that's what I think is going to happen. But yeah, I think we're going to win the FA Cup.
Okay, for me, it's open, as we know. There's many teams that can win it. Being biased, I'd say we're going to win it. But for me, I think, as you say, I'm very confident we're going to win a trophy. But I think we're going to take the Europa League most seriously, and that's the trophy I'm most confident about us winning. FA Cup, I can see us having a good run, but I can also obviously see that is tough with the likes of City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United. It's kind of one of them that it's really open, but I'm going to go for us just being biased. Yeah.
The thing is, though, like...
obviously, we got a lot of history with it, and we do tend to take it seriously. Last season, we didn't. Away to Nottingham Forest, that was a joke of a game. It's a game I don't really want to talk about. I'm sure you remember, Dylan. But we didn't.
I mean, what I said about it is, the reason why I lost Nottingham Forest, even last time when we lost to Southampton, is our squad rotation. And that's the reason we lost. And now we've got a stronger squad. This is what I'm saying. We have better of a chance of winning the cup.
Yeah, but so Nottingham Forest was ridiculous. We didn't even have a shot on target against the Championship team. But what I'm thinking is that even with a squad rotation, the one thing I've seen through pre-season, if you look at like the first half against the first pre-season game against the German team we played, then if you look at the game against Orlando as well, first half there, you look at the behind closed door game as well against Brentford, where we struggled. It seems like there's quite a gap between our actual second team and our first team. So mixing a few of the second team players with the first team would be okay. But if we're having too many of our second team players starting, I see us struggling, because there does seem to still be quite a gap there. Yeah, the squad is better. It's a lot deeper than it's been for a while. But at the same time, I think there's quite a drop-off between the level of Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah. There's a big drop-off with the likes of Tomiyasu and Cedric, On left back now, it's a lot better. We've got 2 really good options there. But when you look at centre midfield, I think there's a big drop-off if you had Partey out and someone like Lokonga, as good as he's going to be, hopefully, in the future, as a young player, but still, he's not at the level of a Partey. Same way with Saka. You take him out and then you're putting in a Pepe or possibly a Reece Nelson, there's a big drop off there again. You know, left side, if Smith Rowe comes in for Martinelli, there wouldn't be too much of a big drop off. We don't know much about Vieira, but if he comes in for Odegaard, would hope there's not too much of a drop off. But I do feel there is still quite a gap that we're working hard to obviously make it not such a big gap, and to a stage where like Man City and Liverpool are, where you can have a second team that is literally nearly as good as your first team, but we're not quite there yet. You know, I'm not confident that we're at that stage yet, but we're working towards it, and it's really positive. But yeah, I'm going for us purely. Like I say, it's open. I could pick out one of any, maybe 5-6 teams to win the FA Cup, but I'm going for us to win it. It'll be nice if we can do that. So, all right, let's go into the European competitions now. So, Champions League.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I always say City is going to do it this year, and they never do. So I don't know if I want to say City again.
Bottle jobs.
Yeah, it is really a tough one. You can't like between the whole Europe, man. There's so many like arguments for different teams to win it, but I might say Liverpool just because of the fact that Darwin Núñez has come through now and he looks good in pre-season, and now it all depends really. It really all depends.
Yeah, I actually think, and it's going to sound crazy to you guys, I actually think Madrid are going to win it again. I've just got this feeling they honestly, they love this trophy. That'll be 15 times if they win it again, if they win it next season. And something's just telling me that they're going to win it again. And I would love if they beat City in the final. You know, my City hates coming out. I'd love if Madrid beat City in the final. But I just think, yeah, I think that's Madrid are going to win the Champions League again. But again, it's difficult to predict. I think if not Madrid, it's going to be Bayern Munich. With Bayern Munich, I've got Sadio Mane.
Yeah, but Levo's gone. Lewandowski's gone, and then Sane and Gnabry is still, well, Gnabry's not, but Sane is still questionable if he's going to stay or not. So
it's true, but Bayern Munich wants to do good business.
Sane, you know, we're still being strongly linked to Sane. That would be a good signing for us. You know, another former Man City.
Very quality.
Yeah, but you don't need him then, because then that means Smith Rowe has to go. If you buy Sane,
this is the thing. This is what I'm saying to you. We want to get to the level where you can have
but do you not understand? Smith Rowe's a left winger. That means Sane and Martinelli is ahead of him.
Smith Rowe is not a left winger. Smith Rowe's ideal position is centre attacking midfield.
Okay, so that means he's behind Odegaard and Vieira. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
He's not behind Vieira. We've not even seen Vieira yet. He's not behind Vieira. The good thing about Smith Rowe is he's versatile. So he's able to play left midfield, right midfield, and centre attacking midfield. He can even play in centre midfield as well. You know, so
if you bought Sane, would you loan out Smith Rowe if you bought Sane, because you have two players at every position?
No.
He goes.
One thing you got to remember as well, Martinelli, he can play in striker position. That's one thing that people forget as well.
Yeah, but Hayes is going to be striker, or Nketiah. Nketiah's not that great.
Yeah, but if we're talking like rotation and stuff, yeah, so between like an FA Cup game to a Premier League game, yeah, you can easily put like a Martinelli in a striker and Smith Rowe in left mids and play Sane in the right, something like that. There's easy options there.
Yeah.
You get me? That's the thing about Arsenal. The players we bought in, they're not one position players. They're multiple position players. And this is why it's nice. Rotation is easy.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's what we're talking about. We want to get to the level where we have many options. I mean, like if you are rotating, there's not a big drop-off between the players that would be your first choice and the players that would be your second choice. And you know what? If you look at City, you know, you wouldn't really say like, so they're switching over like a Foden for Mahrez. You wouldn't really say that Foden's first choice and Mahrez's second choice. You would just say that's two really good players that you can alternate. Like same way we have Sterling, Bernardo Silva. Their options were like that, and that's what you kind of level you want to get to. So having someone like Leroy Sané as competition and like fighting to compete against the likes of Saka and Martinelli is a good thing. It's going to raise their level too. They're going to learn from him as well. He's a quality player, but that's the kind of level we're trying to get to, and that's what kind of level you need to get to if you want to be winning the Premier League. So,
also, you have to be realistic. You're never going to have the same level. You'll have always a drop off. Because look at, for example, Stones, Laporte, and then look at this Ake. He's not a proper good centre back, is he? You saw him in the Community Shield.
No. In some positions, you'll have a drop off, right? But at the moment, for us, when I was telling you the drop off, I was talking about 5-6 positions that you can say would have a drop off. Where you look at City, you would say maybe 2-3 positions. Look at Liverpool. for sure, if Trent's out and Robinson are out, that's 2 positions you're going to have a drop off. Yeah, no doubt about it. So every team's going to have that, but it's about limiting that and not having too much of a drop off in too many positions. And that's the thing we're trying to work towards. So yeah, I'd love to get Sane in. But yeah, okay. So let me give my Champions League prediction. So many teams, it's like the FA Cup. Like I said, I could tell you 5, 6 teams are obviously the favourites to win it and got a really good chance. I'm going to go for Man City to finally break their duck. I think they're due to do it. They've become so close. I believe they were really unlucky last year against Real Madrid. I know it's not about that. When it came to it, at the end of the day, Madrid got the goals they needed to win that game. But in both games, City were dominant. They should have sealed it really in the first leg. They didn't. And even in the second leg, they were the dominant team. And I feel they're really unlucky to go out. I think eventually their luck will turn. It's not just luck, but obviously it's about getting more experience in them situations. People say they choke a lot in the Champions League. Is it the pressure? You know, there's a lot of expectations on them. Everyone knows that they want to win the Champions League.
Also, remember what I said? I'm sorry to cut you off. I said they have no leaders. They have no true leaders in their team. I'm telling you, not even bigging up Van Dijk. Van Dijk.
That comes with experience as well, isn't it? So,
but you can buy leaders. But no, Pep is the same as Arteta. They don't like people that are too loud and over crap. You know, these leaders like they're like Terry or Adams. I don't think Pep and Arteta like you. It's not Arteta less, but Pep Guardiola for many years doesn't like players like that. He likes players that listen to his philosophy and his team. And I don't think he likes players with big character like that. You need players like Terry and Adams in your defense. You tell me, Terry, Adams, Van Dijk, Vidic, if they were in that Man City defense, does that 2-1 happen? Never, ever does it happen, man. Diaz is not a leader. He's a decent centre-back, but he's not a leader. And that's why they messed up. I'm telling you, they've got no leaders, and they will keep bottling this Champions League until they get leaders. Stones is not a leader. Laporte is not a leader. Diaz is not a leader. None of them are. None of them are leaders. There's no actual person that comes on the pitch and takes control and says, I'm going to do like Henderson. You know, like there's certain players that, you know, they take responsibility. Dylan, do you not agree? If there's a centre back there, like the names I mentioned, they don't lose 2-1. Because what they do after 1-1, they say, guys, calm down. We're 1-1. Let's hold the game and sit back. They bottled it. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Like, there's no way that's acceptable.
That's a very good point. But like I say, that doesn't always happen in football where a team will go do that and get the luck. It's some luck involved as well, you know, to score like that in such quick succession, 2 goals, it doesn't happen often, you know. So you've got to say they're unlucky as well. Like, that is a rare occurrence in any game for a team to do that. But luck was with Madrid there for me. But yeah, I take your point. But I think, you know, City very determined to win that Champions League. I believe they have the best squad in Europe and a great manager. We've had this debate about the greatest manager in the world at the moment. For me, I'll tell you, it's Pep, right? So I'd say confident because it's open. You know, on their day, any team can win that. You know, it's knockout competition. When it's knockout competition, it's about on the day. You know, Liverpool is seen, they play very well against Man City. We know Bayern Munich have got a good team. Real Madrid, they won it the most times, defending champions. Barcelona are going to be stronger this year as well. Some of the signings they've made.
All that money they got, all them signings.
They seem to be playing a lot better towards the end of last season as well. You know, Xavi seems to be doing a good job there as well. So, you know, let's go open. It's going to be fun to watch. Okay, so Europa League now. Dylan.
Arsenal. I'm not saying another team. I'm not accepting any other team because we're going to win a trophy in Europe this season. And the reason I say that is you look at our preseason, we've got the squad depth now. We've got the quality. So there's no reason why we shouldn't win this league. The trophy. So for us, it's going to be Arsenal 100%. If we don't win it, it's embarrassing. That's completely facts. We don't win this Europa League this season.
Okay,
You guys feeling all right? So you're going to do double this season. I'll be honest with you guys. I really can't predict because I don't know who's in the Europa League. It's not really a trophy I'm used to. So I'll have to, you know, put my hand in a raffle and see who comes out because I actually don't know who's in the Europa League. But
I think United, Roma, who else is in it?
You know what? I would actually go with Roma because Mourinho's got this winning thing, and he won the Europa Conference League. So now imagine if he wins the Europa League and he gets Roma to the Champions League. Listen, maybe it's written. So I'm going to say Roma, but again, I don't know a lot about Europa League. You know, we play at the highest level, so you know we don't do these little trophies. We
Alright,
don't do
We'll,
these
we'll be there
little
soon. We'll be there soon. Don't worry about it. We'll
we
be
don't, we
there
don't
soon.
we don't do these second tier trophies. Well, listen, you just said you're going to do the double, so I'm going to hold you to that for the whole season. When you get spanked by Palace, I'm going to remember you're going to do double and get fourth. So,
Mate,
or you
we,
said
we,
third.
we, we lost
You said
3-0
fourth.
at the
I'm
start
going
of
to
the
say
season,
third.
yeah? We lost 3 games at the start of the season, yeah? Look where we got to. And
So what did you
you're,
win? What did you achieve? What did you achieve?
yeah, mate, we can bounce back.
let's move on.
What did you achieve?
Let's move on. My prediction, again, I'm going for us to win the Europa League. I believe that we're going to take it really seriously. If you look at the teams that are in there right now, we're definitely among the favourites. The one thing is, though, that we don't know who's going to drop out of the Champions League. So it's difficult with that because, you know, there's some big teams like last year, Barcelona dropped out into it. They didn't go on to win it, but, you know, there are teams like that could drop out in the Champions League group stage. So it's hard to say like among the dangers who they would be. But for me, looking at it now, we are definitely among the favourites, and being biased as I am, I'm going for us to win it. So now let's move on to one more prediction for the overall season. Top scorer. Dylan.
I'm gonna say Salah. I think just because Nunez came in, I still think Salah is still quality, and he's got that bit of selfishness about him, which I kind of like in a way because when he gets a chance, he shoots it, and most of the time he's clinical, he scores. So top scorer for me, I reckon Salah. Maybe Son's second best again. It might be the same thing as last season, but I feel like Salah is definitely going to be up there and probably will be top scorer for the season.
Okay, Amma?
I think it's going to be Salah and Kane are going to share it this season. I think Kane's going to score loads of goals. Don't sleep on Harry Kane. I keep telling everyone, remembering how world class he is. He's a world class striker. And yeah, I think Salah definitely. But if Salah does share it, it will be with Harry Kane.
Okay. For me, I think Haaland, I told you guys last time, from what I've seen of this guy, he's lethal. I know he didn't really show it against you guys in the...
You guys see that miss at the end?
Yeah, that happens. That happens, no doubt.
I've seen Salah miss open goals before
Exactly.
as well.
Man.
It happens from time to time.
It happens.
You haven't seen any of your strikers scored more than 20 goals a season for a long time, mate. Anyway.
It's not gonna. I don't see it affecting his confidence. All right, he's a very confident player, and they're going to be providing him a lot of chances. That team, as we know how strong they are. So for me, Haaland will be the top goal scorer. So one more prediction: the World Cup, because it is a World Cup year. Let's do a quick early prediction for the World Cup from you guys. So Dylan,
it's kind of early, but I see someone like a France winning it. I'll be honest with you. England might be up there, but judging from the last international break we had, we looked very poor. And it was international break, and I think it was Conference Europa, what was it?
Europa Nations League.
Yeah, that's the one, Europa Nations League. I was going to call it Conference League for a minute. That's how shit it is, but yeah.
The Europa League. Yeah.
Funny guy. I see France do look strong, and I might shout for Brazil as well, because Brazil have got some quality players, and if Jesus fires at Arsenal, I can see him doing the World Cup as well, being their main striker. But yeah, I'm gonna say France the edge of it, but Brazil very close as well, I reckon.
Okay, Amma.
I actually think, Brazil have a good chance, but I actually think France are going to win the World Cup. And now there's a hoodoo. A lot of teams that win the World Cup, the next World Cup, they're really bad. But France's depth. France have 3 good players in every position. And that's how strong France's squad and team is. And I think France are going to win the World Cup back to back. And they should do, because their team is that good. Their team is that good where they should be making a semi-final every single big tournament. So what happened in the Euros was unacceptable to Switzerland. So yeah, I think they're going to win it. And I think England will probably get to the semis and probably quarters to semis, I think.
Okay, I think Brazil for me are the favourites. I think even that time of year, it's still going to be very hot out there. We're not playing it in summer because it's extremely hot out there at that time. But even around November, December, it's still going to be quite hot out there. Their players are obviously more used to that kind of weather. We've seen in previous World Cups when it's in really hot countries, they do really well. I remember the Japan one. In terms of the dangers, yeah, France have got a really good team. It's going to be interesting as well because it's right in the middle of the season. So could be injuries could play a big part as well. In terms of England, I can see us getting to a quarterfinal minimum, hopefully more than that, semi-final or final. But yeah, for me, I think Brazil will be the winners. So, right, guys, just to finish with now, pre-season's over, summer break's finished. Looking forward to the season starting now, just a couple of days away for us, Dylan. Games on Friday night. It's a difficult one, Crystal Palace. We know what they've done to us the last time we played them. 3-0, they beat us comfortably. Vera's doing a really good job there. They got some great players. And you know what the atmosphere is like there as well. But we look really ready, as we discussed. We've had a great pre-season. We've got our transfer business done, most of it done early. So looking good, confident going into that one. What's your thoughts and what's your correct score prediction?
Hi, Palace again. They're always up for a game. They've done it before last season, so it's going to be a very tight game. I want to say just a 1-0, and the reason I say that is because I feel like they're going to be strong attacking, very strong attacking. So our defense needs to be up. So yeah, I reckon 1-0. Maybe like Jesus or Saka, I reckon will score. But yeah, 1-0 for me.
Okay, Amma?
Selhurst Park, the Palace Ultras with the black tops on, making noise, going crazy in that stand. I'll tell you something, you guys it's a tough game, and they seem to always like to give you the Friday night tough game. I think it's going to be 2-2, and I think it's going to be a tough battle. I think it's going to be a proper battle, 2-2 for me.
Okay, for me, I think we're going to be really ready for this one. We definitely would have learned our lessons from last season. They're going to be pressing us. We know that you're going to be all over us. Like that first half in the game last year, we really struggled with that, the way they were pressing us. This time, we're going to be ready for that. We're going to press them, I feel, just as intensely. We've got the players to do that. And especially up front, we've got a lot more pace. As much as Lacazette is a good player, we know that he was getting older. He didn't have a pace, didn't have the legs to really press. Another thing that he struggled with is keeping up with play. So sometimes we've got Martinelli and Saka breaking really fast. Lacazette wasn't able to keep up with them. But with Jesus, he's got the pace to do that. He's got the pace to press high, press hard. And particularly as well, I'm sure Arteta's prepared for what they're going to bring. So I see us faring a lot better. It'll be close. I don't know about keeping us. Our defense is looking really good. That's one thing I'm going to ask you quickly as well, Dylan, about Saliba now. So we know Gabriel and Ben White had a great partnership last season. Saliba's done great out on loan. He's looked really good. He's come back in pre-season for us. He's looked really good in pre-season as well. It's difficult because we know the situation with Tomiyasu. It's not likely he's going to start. So in that case, we know it's likely to be what he done against Seville and against Chelsea. He'll put Ben White out at right back, play Gabriel and Gabriel and Saliba in centre backs. But I wanted to ask you, if Tomiyasu's fit, we know ideally he would be our first choice right back. What would be your preferred starting centre back pairing?
I'm gonna say Gabriel Saliba and then bring on White like around 60th, 70th minute. And the reason I say that is because Saliba, he looks like a mini Van Dijk in a sense, where like you don't want to mess with him.
Oh, God.
You don't know about Saliba, bro.
You'll see. Bro, listen. I'll tell you now.
To say he's a mini Van Dijk is a big shout. Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of things this season from him now.
Mate. Did you see the thing with Mbappe, bro? The tackle against Mbappe, bro. Is that not like Van Dijk-esque?
Is he going to live off that his whole career?
No, I'm not saying. Listen, as I said, mini Van Dijk. Yeah, I'm not saying he's on the level with Van Dijk, but I'm saying he could be there. Yeah.
No, the whole season I'm gonna compare them, and I'm gonna talk to you, Dills.
All right, cool. Remember Van Dijk. Remember that, okay?
For me, close game. We're gonna win 3-1. For me, we're gonna make a statement. Start the season really well. Let's hope our boys can get the job done. So let's now go to your game, Amma. You guys have got
Fulham away. So it's going to be obviously Craven
Easy
Cottage
game.
is not really a hostile atmosphere. So one of the nicest places to go away for the first game. You know, it's probably a nice day out, bit of sun, bit of footy. We love it. So it'll be an interesting game. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to assert our dominance from the first minute to get Thiago on the ball. Robbo and Trent put the crosses in. I wouldn't start Nunes. I think maybe it's best to start Bobby or to start. Yeah, probably start Bobby again and bring Nunes on the bench. You ain't got to put pressure on him. Let him chill on the bench. Let him come on when everyone's tired. Let him get another goal. It's all about psychological. You don't need to start the whole game and then miss a chance or two and then his head goes a bit down. No.
Yeah, but against a team like Fulham, I think you want to start him again. It's like, again, no disrespect to Fulham, but
No. But what my point is, they're used to playing these big boy strikers. They're not used to a Bobby who goes into midfield and has a bit of style, a bit of swag about how he passes it. You can't really mark Bobby, but you can mark Nunes. And another thing is, like I said, I'm not putting pressure on Nunes. I want Nunes just to get a goal, come in last 20 minutes, get a header, get a goal. And then we go to the Palace game. He's young. He doesn't need to start every game. This is what people don't understand. I don't care how much we spend on him. We don't need to start every game, especially right now. So for me, Bobby up front, and I predict 3-0. I think we're going to batter Fulham. I think we're going to really show a big performance, especially after the Community Shield, and put a big statement down for the title race.
Okay, I think, it's a comfortable win for you guys. Fulham just come up. They're not going to be much of a challenge. You couldn't really ask for an easy opening game of the season, unless obviously you prefer it to be at home. That would be even easier for you. But I'd say it's going to be a comfortable 3-0 winner. I'll go with the same scoreline as you, 3-0 win for Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm saying 3-0 as well. It's I can't see him scoring against you, and I can see you embarrassing. So 3-0.
Yeah, we're gonna batter Fulham. We're gonna batter Fulham.
All right, and just a couple more predictions for the weekend. Let's do some direct rivals for us. Let's start with Tottenham against Southampton. For me, Tottenham at home with that one. Southampton are a dangerous team, though. We'll see they do perform well sometimes against the bigger teams. They've taken points off the likes of Man City last season. So it could be a tricky one. I hope Southampton can get a result there. I'm going for 1-1 in that one. You, Dylan?
I'm gonna say a 2-1. It looks like an easy game on paper, and it should be an easy game for them on paper. Start of the season at home, got a crowd with you, so I'm gonna say potentially. I'm actually saying 2-0. Actually, I don't see Southampton scoring that much unless Ward-Prowse gets a free kick. I don't see him scoring, so 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to be 3-1 Spurs. I think Kane's going to get a few. Maybe Son or Kane will get a few. It's going to be a convincing performance. And just to see your guys' faces, I hope they have such a good season. I don't want them to win a trophy, but I really wanted to get that third spot. It would be beautiful to see Conte and to see you guys wound up.
All right, let's move on. So let's say one more prediction. We'll do the City West Ham. That should be a good game. I think it'll be tight, but I think City will have too much for them, and it'll be a 3-1 win for Man City.
Is it home or away?
No, it's at London Stadium.
London Stadium at home. I can see a 2-2. I'm pretty sure it was it last season that West Ham drew against City or something like that. On the lines. Yeah, I can see a 2-2 happening again. I mean, like West Ham, I haven't seen much from them in the transfer window stuff, but they still look quality. So I reckon a 2-2, but I'll give a fight against City 100%, especially because City are like the ones who won the league last season, so they'll be up for it just to show them that who's boss. So yeah, I'll see West Ham 2-2.
Okay.
I think it's going to be 2-1 West Ham. I think Mikel Antonio is going to bully those little defenders that City have, Diaz and Ake or whoever. Antonio's a big boy. I'll be sensible. I think it's going to be 1-1. And I think Antonio's going to give the defenders a tough time. And I think City are going to do the same thing they always do, pass it around the back, get frustrated. And I think West Ham are going to hit them on counters. It just depends if West Ham can show a bit of quality in them counter-attacks to get the decisive goals. Or can City and that geezer up front who missed the sitter, if he can actually get used to their style of play, which I think he will eventually. But you have to remember, they're not used to playing with a direct player. Do you know so for example,
there was a few times in the Community Shield where it was like a miscommunication. Haaland wants the ball straight to his feet and behind. City don't play like that. So it takes time for him to adapt, and you're going to see it's going to take a bit of time. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I think it's going to be 1-1, and I think it'll be a close game.
All right, cool guys. So season's about to start. It's showtime. Really excited. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week to discuss how the first weekend went. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, man. No worries. See you next week.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on once again. Excited for the new season, as I've said, and up the Reds. You wait and see, the momentum's building. We're coming for this title, and Pep. Make sure you shine your head fresh, because we're ready. Watch when you come to Anfield as well. We're ready for this season. You wait and see.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.